I'm doing the project because I feel it's once in a lifetime experience.
I'm older. It's different because I think obviously I experienced leaving care.
I just think it's like good that we've all used like our own experiences in it. So it's not just something that some social workers made up. We're all using like people that have left care or are leaving care. We're using our own experiences of it, so it's more like realistic.
Any message to do with what people lack of knowledge, it really helps young people go, oh, I'm normal thinking these things and going through these things, and it helps social workers and residential workers see, oh, that's how they feel as well. So it helps the young person themselves feel less alienated, and they're going through the same stage as everyone else, and it helps the older people, the service providers, provide a better service because now they have knowledge of the emotions and the things they're going through.
What I think I can contribute to the film is that it's hard to live independently, but also it can be enjoyable, and you have loads of other support around you.
I decided to take part in the project because I enjoyed animating. I did a different project last year called My Name is Joe, and I had a very successful results, and it helped a lot of people and it got a message across really well.
I was interested in the project because everything just sounded really interesting about it, doing the animation and getting the live action and spending a bit of time with my friends as well.
We're giving the young people 4 days in which to explore some of their ideas and experiences. And I think in research terms, that produces a very different quality of information, having the time to really think about what's going on.
They're not honest about how they're coping, and often that's very hidden and they don't want to talk about it. For a lot of the reasons they were talking about, they don't want to be, they're quite embarrassed, and then maybe if somebody said to them, oh, I think this is the best course of action, and they've kind of gone another way, tried it on their own, it's not perhaps worked out as well as they would want it to.
There's loads of reasons why I might not tell my social worker what's going on.
I might not trust them.
Even within the week that we're filming this week, are still looking for accommodation. There's people thinking about where they're going next. There's people who've already left care and are in places and are thinking about stuff that's happened very recently. So the material we're using and the issues we're touching on, it's very raw and real for people. The most important thing for the week is that we create a safe space to explore people's issues. So we're not focusing on one person's story. We're using all the young people in the group to generate ideas of things that might be going on for a young person.
I don't know, I've learned I know that people have different life stories, but it's nice to talk to people about like other experiences, such as like shared lodgings and stuff.
And so for young people that are coming from care, they're having to make quite a lot of decisions in a very short space of time that can have an effect for many years afterwards. So I think with this project, it's kind of showing from the young people's views what the issues are, what the feelings are as they've had that experience and what they've gone through it, but also looking back and thinking, well, if I could do it again, this is what I would do differently, or if I was advising another young person, this is what it would be.
A really nice thing that animation brings is you're able to take and to explore people's kind of inner worlds, people's thoughts and feelings in a really creative way, and animation provides a platform to really play around with and show these inner worlds of people.
I really enjoy the animating and the building and seeing my creations and everyone's work and effort come to life in a picture form. It's a great artwork, a way of doing things.
The thing that I really enjoyed the most is animating and also acting.
All about sound, the recording, when we was recording up in that room. That was unreal.
The sound is there to empower that with the film. We'll be doing some sound workshops where we're recording their voices for voiceovers, as well as doing sound effects creatively as well.
I really enjoyed doing the filming. The live action involved spending a day in a studio where we had the camera, and everyone did their own little roles. People were directing, people were using the clapper, people were doing the filming, and everyone was involved in the acting. and it was really good because we all got to switch around and all try out all the different things, so it was really good.
I'd say getting all of the live action filming done on time, on schedule, and being able to have a go on camera, that was really good. The clapper was pretty good as well.
I think it's a really fantastic opportunity to work in the actual TV studio at Anglia Ruskin, because not everyone has access to that, to work in a professional environment, use professional cameras and do it the professional way. Some of them got really into directing, and they really came into their own doing that, and that's really exciting to see.
Basically where we film like a normal film crew would do on any movie over people, and we film people and then we print off the frames, one every 2 frames. So in every second we've got about 24 frames and about a couple of minutes worth of footage, and we have to individually paint over the frames, and then we take pictures of the frames again and run them. So, and then you got all the overlay on top, so we can edit anything, and you can turn people into, you can mask identities, you can turn them into monsters, you can just paint over the top, you can add words, thought bubbles, anything you can paint, you can add on top of the video footage. It's very repetitive, but it's unlimited possibilities of what you can do.
Yeah, you should see the stacks of painting we've got to do. It's ridiculous. It hurts your hands as well.
The young people, some of them have come back from last time, so they know what they're doing, they're aware of their audience, they're very much focused on the 4 days, they know how quickly it goes.
The young people started it at the Arts Picture House. They came in to watch some animation films, and we will close the project with a screening of their film in the same cinema for them to enjoy watching on the big screen. We want them to see their work at an industry level cinema. So I think that will be a marvellous experience for them and will really, really support them in their learning about film.
So this project is about what it's like to leave the care system and live independently.
It's actually a really big thing, a really significant thing to be able to kind of share and kind of acknowledge that as well. So I think that really shows their characters and the difference that they do want to make to young people by sharing it.
They seem to have an understanding of how important the film is, as well as how important being a team and listening to each other.
So they're all kind of aware of what they're doing at the time, but they're also aware of how it's going to be used in the future.
It's all coming from them, all the ideas were from them. We were just, helping them realise it,
And they're working really well, really hard.
So I guess we're just trying to make people think about it. Like, leaving care is actually a really big thing, because obviously you've been in care, so there's reasons why.
I believe it will help in the future. Instead of telling someone directly, they get to see it through the art of animation.
It's not just from a social worker's point of view or just another professional person's point of view. It's from our own personal experiences, because we're all leaving care or just left care.
Doing a film, a lot more people sit there and whilst they're watching it, they'll be taking it in, and because they're watching it, they'll be listening to what's coming out of it. So they'll be taking it in a lot easier.
It's good to get into something that I actually enjoy.